anyone's first time today?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Lots of people. It's mine too.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I gotta drive then. You want me to drive? Need a co-pilot?
First up on the right, we have the okapi. Though it may look like it is related to the zebra, it's actually related to the giraffe. We know this due to its tongue length and its skull structure. Their stripes allow them to blend in pretty easily with the shade. We do seem to be holding for an animal in the road. Animals here in the reserve do know that they get the right of way. They like the extra attention, but who doesn't? Watering holes like this one here are a great place for animals to drink, bathe, and mingle. On our left here we have the black rhino. Black rhinos weigh 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. Male black rhinos do like their solitude. To tell the difference between a black rhino versus a white rhino, we look at their lip structure, as white rhinos have a wider lip. On the right, we have the bongo, that reddish brown. Bongos are nicknamed the ghosts of the forest, as they are quite shy. Near the water, we have the saddle-billed stork. Those storks get their name from that little yellow part on their beak, which looks like a saddle. Their wingspan is 9 feet, which is the same length as that animal spotting guide. As we leave the forest and head into the river, we tend to find animals that like to be in and around the water. Coming up on our right, those large white birds. They are named the pink-backed pelican. They get their name from their coloration during their mating season as their backs turn pink. Their skeletal system dates back 40 million years. They are one of 8 pelican species. On our left, we are looking into the water for some hippos, specifically the Nile hippo, since we're in Africa. Hippos can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes while underwater. While they can swim, hippos prefer to swim, run, or walk while underwater. Now, a group of hippos is called a float. Also on our left, we have the Nile crocodile. These crocodiles are about 16 feet in length on average. They weigh around 500 pounds. They can live in So during a dry season or a drought, horned animals will puncture holes in the tree trunk to get some water. The trees can be leafless up to 9 months out of the year. There are several baobab trees around our savanna. The savanna stretches out for miles and miles, hosting millions of migrating animals every year. First up on our right, they may look small for an antelope, but they are mighty. They can spring forward upwards of 13 feet and into the air 6. They are the springbok. They can also reach a speed between 50 to 60 miles per hour. Now we do have 2 new additions here on the reserve. We have 2 new baby zebras. They are both on our right. These zebras are the Harmon's mountain zebra, meaning the stripes on their belly go down lower. The 2 babies are sisters. They share the same dad, but have different moms.
Oh, Jake, I love you. We'll talk about it.
On our left, sleeping the day away in the den, we have the painted dogs. These painted dogs are one of the most successful hunters in Africa. They have 4 toes on each paw. See, painted dogs hunt similar game as the lions do. On our far left, we have the sable antelope. Sable antelopes are one of the few antelopes when in a fight or flight situation, they tend to fight back using those powerful horns. Each animal here in the savanna has their own job. We have the lawnmowers, such as the zebra and the Ankole cattle, the tree trimmers, like the giraffes, and the bulldozers, such as the elephants. No whistling, please, friends. This is their home. We are just visiting. Now we have the giraffe here. There are 9 subspecies of giraffes. The giraffes we have here in the reserve are Maasai. We know this because of their spots, as it looks like they were colored outside of the lines. On the right, on top of the hill, we have the wildebeest. Most animals here in the savanna do migrate, but one thing I think is really cool about the wildebeest is that at one time their migration numbers were an estimated 1.5 million. That migration was seen from outer space. On the left here we have a couple more giraffes.
Oh my God, mine too.
Giraffes sleep about 30 minutes every day. They take power naps throughout the day. It's not in one big chunk. When giraffes sleep, they usually sleep standing, almost never lying down. So it's quicker to run off or fight off predators with those long legs and powerful kicks. On the left here we have the Ankole cattle. Those horns can grow between 4 to 6 feet tall. Their horns also have a honeycomb-like pattern on the inside, which helps keep them ventilated in the intense heat and humidity. Now we are heading into Elephant County. On the left, we can see a couple of African elephants. Elephants will help cool themselves down by flapping around their ears. By doing this, they can cool themselves down up to 15 degrees. Elephants will throw mud and dirt onto their backs as a form of natural sun protectant and bug repellent. Female elephants live in a matriarch. That means usually the oldest and the wisest female, typically the grandmother, is in charge. When male elephants reach adulthood, they will go off on their own or join something called a bachelor herd, which is other male elephants. On our left here we have the greater flamingos. Greater flamingo are able to both swim and fly. When hatched, it can take about 2 years for that pink to show. A common question about flamingos is, why do they stand on one foot? Researchers are not quite sure, but they assume it may be similar to why we stand on one foot when we shift our weight around. Terrain here in the savannah, you may notice some mud pits. Rhinos like to roll around in mud pits, which helps them both cool off and protect their skin from the sun. Yellow logs with black dots. Those are cheetahs. Cheetahs blend in very easily in the shade, so keep an eye out. Cheetahs are the only large cat that have non-retractable claws. On the right, we can view a couple of white rhinos, or the tail end of them. Cheetahs can reach a speed of up to 60 miles per hour under 3 seconds, but it doesn't last for too long. Looks like there's a cheetah lying down on the left. Look for that yellow log, black dot.
Oh my God, Brienne.
Coming up, we have a large rock formation called a kopie. Other large cats, such as lions, like to hang out on kopies. On our left here, we have the waterbuck. The waterbuck is an antelope that drinks a very unusually large amount of water for an antelope, hence its name. It usually does not migrate, as it likes to claim a water source as theirs.
Deck 347 is in the job. Deck 347 is in the job.
Lions sleep 16 to 20 hours every day. So if they're not out sunbathing, they may be in the den. Coming up on the right, we can see the ostrich. Ostrich are the largest bird, but they are unable to fly. They use their wings to help direct themselves when running. the lions. Lioness do most of the hunting, usually at night, as their vision is 6 times more powerful than ours is at night. But during the day, it's about the same. Here's another look at those ostrich. Most of the eggs that ostrich lay are infertile, but we were lucky enough to have some. Coming up on your far right, you can view some of those eggs. One of those eggs weighs about 3 pounds. An adult human can step on one egg and it would not crack. Heading into the warden's post, we can find some Nigerian dwarf goats. These goats are the largest size that they'll ever be. Their headbutting and playful behavior helps them establish both dominance and maturity. In exchange for protection by the warden, the goats produce a sweet milk, also known as goat's milk. Most of the animals that you saw today are critically endangered, and they need your help. Try to reduce, reuse, and recycle when you're able to, and learn more about these animals and their environment, ways we can help protect them. Every little bit helps. Your safari ends here today, but your animal viewing does not have to. Check out Rafiki's Planet Watch. There is a petting zoo where you can pet some of those goats you just saw, as well as a couple of other